Hey folks, this is Christian Morgan with Morgan Fidelity Associates, and probably shouldn't be doing this. I'm driving right now, but I just kind of had something hit me. My company's Morgan Fidelity Associates. We specialize in Medicare insurance, specifically Medicare supplements, but we also do, of course, Medicare drug plans and Medicare Advantage plans. The reason I'm making this video right now, I'm heading to the office. I was just visiting my grandfather in the hospital, and my brother and I, we're his caretakers. We were raised by our grandparents, and which is a big part of why I'm in the senior market and why I love working with seniors. And I'm making this video to talk about the best, and I do another air quote, but my hand is holding my phone right now, the best Medicare plan. We primarily prospect and market to people who are turning 65 over the phone. We call out to people who have received brochures from some of the insurance companies we represent, like AARP, Mutual of Omaha, Humana, and many, many, many others. We work with over 40 carriers. And they're always, we get down to the same thing. We have a pretty important qualifying that we do, where we find out, hey, what are you insured with now and how much are you paying? It just tells us who our client is. If it's someone who's paying over $250 a month for insurance, we know they're a candidate for Medicare supplements. If they're someone who are paying less than $200 a month, maybe on Obamacare with serious payment assistance due to their income, that's probably someone who should get an Advantage plan. But I will tell you this, in regards to the comment, which I hear from my customers all the time when we're prospecting and turning them into customers, what's the best Medicare plan for me? I'll just be as transparent and authentic here as possible. Medicare Supplement insurance, otherwise known as Medigap, is the best insurance. Okay, why? Because you get to keep original Medicare, which you've paid into your entire working life. So you've paid tens of thousands, if not more, per your lifetime for Medicare, which drastically lowers those premiums. You got Medicare A and B gets to stay as your primary. So that's your network. When you go on Medicare with a supplement, network 2 is it's a dead term, okay? Medicare is your network. So everywhere takes Medicare. Just a little secret. Every doctor and hospital take Medicare. If you're 65 or turning 65 and older, I promise you, your doctors take Medicare. So if you go with a supplement plan, which picks up everything Medicare doesn't cover, and Medicare doesn't cover a lot. Medicare is not that great by itself. But with a supplement, you pretty much, whether you go with the F plan or the G plan, get 100% coverage, okay? Medicare is your network. So let's say, for example, you go with a Medicare supplement. A big question is, well, if let's say I'm selling a Mutual of Omaha Medicare supplement. Well, I don't know if my doctors take Mutual of Omaha. That doesn't matter. When you're on Medicare with a supplement, as long as your doctors take Medicare, the supplement is automatically accepted. And a Medicare Supplement Plan F, no copays, no deductibles. It covers everything Medicare doesn't cover. You literally have 100% coverage. So this was spawned, this video I'm doing was spawned because I was in the hospital today with my grandfather, okay? He is 87 years old now, and he is in the hospital for the second time in 2 weeks. Last week, he was in the hospital for a full week. He got home Friday afternoon and went again Sunday night, okay, into the emergency room, and they finally admitted him today, okay? I talk to about my grandfather to my customers all the time because, again, he's the reason I do this. He's the reason I advocate for Medigap or Medicare Supplement, which is the same thing, by the way. He doesn't pay any bills. He doesn't pay anything. He has macular degeneration. He's legally blind. He has to get 2 $3,000 per shots in his eyes every month. He has pulmonary hypertension. He has COPD. He has trouble breathing. He's on oxygen. He has all these issues, and he doesn't pay anything. He has a Medicare Supplement Plan F. He pays nothing. Okay? He literally he probably has, if I would have to guess, somewhere in the market of, or in the area of $100,000 or more per year in medical expenses every single year for at minimum the last 10 years with his health conditions, quintuple valve bypass, heart surgery, and much, much more, okay? And he pays nothing because he has the best insurance, okay? If you can afford a Medicare Supplement insurance, that's what you buy. Bottom line. You know, I've had so many customers that have gotten off the phone with me lately, and I take responsibility that I wasn't strong enough, or I wasn't, you know, I didn't push hard enough to tell them that you need to do this now. Because if my grandfather would have bought a Medicare Advantage plan when he turned 65, and with the health he has now, a Medicare Advantage plan, it's kind of like Obamacare for people over 65. You're going to have a lot of copays for everything. You're going to have coinsurance, which is usually 20% of the cost of your medical bills, and typically a max out-of-pocket of up to $6,700 a year, okay? And AERP is so big for people buying that plan because it's a $0 monthly payment. However, when you use it, oh, you're going to pay. And if you take that $6,700 max out-of-pocket their $0 monthly payment plan has and divide that over 12 months, I promise you this. If my grandfather was on a zero premium Medicare Advantage plan right now, with his current health conditions, he'd be paying $6,700 a year because that's how much he uses his insurance. But he's not. He pays $0 a year and instead pays about $125 a month, which is the average cost of a supplement, okay? So spend the extra couple bucks, get a Medicare Supplement. You'll never have another medical bill again. Ever, 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 ever. I can't stress it enough. I can't advocate for Medicare Supplement enough. I only sell Medicare Advantage plans to people who absolutely cannot afford Medicare Supplement insurance. That's the only time I sell them an Advantage plan. If they cannot afford a supplement plan. If you're wondering, you're turning 65 and you're wondering what's the best Medicare plan for me, the name on your card when you pick a supplement doesn't really matter. Okay, I mean, obviously you don't want a no-namer that maybe has a B- rating with AM Best and they're going to raise your rates, but we look at those things for our customers. But honestly, if you're wondering what the best plan is, if you can afford $125 a month for your Medicare Supplement and about $130 a month for Medicare, the answer is easy. It's a Medicare Supplement. That's your best option. And, you know, look us up, Morgan Fidelity Associates. I've been doing this myself. My name is Christian Morgan again. I've been doing this for many years now. I love working with seniors. I love helping the senior market. You know, I take care of my grandfather. He's raised me like a father, and it's why I help seniors. It's why I left the annuity market and the retirement planning, which is a great market. Don't get me wrong. But there's so much confusion and so many people being screwed over by these agents. They're called field agents, which are usually captive agents, which means they're only allowed to offer one or two plans. They knock on your door, or they set up an appointment to come in your house, and then I'm just going to be straight here, they lie to you and tell you, oh, this Advantage plan is the best plan. It's got no monthly payment, blah, blah, blah. Guess what? When they walk, you know, our customers, oh, I want to do this face-to-face. I don't know who you are. Look me up. You know, I'm not trying to be rude here. I'm passionate about what I do. I love what I do. When they walk into your door, are you recording the conversation? Probably not. So they're going to operate as if the conversation is not recorded, okay? Because we do business over the phone, you're more protected. By law, we have to record the conversations. And if the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, which are basically like the FBI for Medicare, okay, the CIA, the IRS, the governing body that governs people like me who sell Medicare over the phone, if they call and ask for a recording because you make a complaint and we can't fashion that recording, we're in trouble, okay? We will stop doing business. So if you're worried about which plan is the best, it's easy. If you can afford it, it's a Med Sup, okay? And if you're worried about doing business over the phone, this is 2017, folks. When you're going out of the country and you're telling your credit card company that you're going to be leaving the country, you're giving them your personal information. When you have a problem with your bank account, you're calling them over the phone and giving them your personal information. When you're ordering a Domino's pizza and paying with a credit card, you're giving them your personal information, and it's all over the phone. Medicare is the most highly regulated business in the United States of America. Your information is protected, and it's protected more so when you do it over the phone. And last but not least, you're getting all these calls 6 months before you turn 65. There's a reason for that, folks. The whole, I want to wait and think about it, you're the first person I talk to. Like, don't do that anymore. Just buy it. Whether it's from us or whether it's from whoever's calling you. There's many brokers calling you. Buy it now. Buy it when you're 6 months before you're 65. Because the reason you're getting all those brochures and all those calls, the insurance companies give you a better rate if you enroll early. So enroll early. You'll pay less money for your insurance. There's a reason. If there wasn't a reason, we would call you when all the procrastinators buy, which is 30 days before they're turning 65. And that's when we would call. But we call you 6 months out because we're trying to do something good for you. We're trying to do a service, and that's get you the lowest premium possible. All these supplement plans, they're federally standardized. They're exactly the same. If you're closer to your birthday turning 65, you've heard it by 20 different brokers. There's a reason we're all saying the same thing, because it's the truth. You know, you're worried about doing business over the phone. Look, folks, Bernie Madoff scammed billions of dollars face-to-face, okay? You're less protected face-to-face than you are over the phone. And I'm getting a call, and I'll take my leave. Morgan Fidelity Associates. Have a great day.